I'd like to call to order the Westmont Village Board meeting of February 6, 2025, to order at 6 o'clock p.m. And I'd ask Deputy Clerk Richards for the roll call, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor Gunter?
Here.
Deputy Clerk Richards is here. Trustee Barry?
Here.
Trustee Barker?
Here.
Trustee Guzzo? Here. Trustee Little? Here. Trustee Nero?
Here.
Trustee Scales?
Here.
Attorney Zumnak is attending online.
Here.
It's up there.
Village Manager May?
Here.
And Assistant Village Manager Parker, I do not believe is here.
He's not.
He's
So,
en route.
would everybody please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And welcome, everyone. At this point, we can go to open forum. Is anybody here that wants to address the board for anything that's not on the agenda? Come on.
Just me.
Come on up and state your name and
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Tom Klislik, used to be alderman for the city of Darien not too long ago. Just up here introducing myself as a candidate for the Downers Grove Township Highway Department. I gotta say, I love the picture of your truck here on the community magazine. I actually work at International, so it's absolutely fitting. I'm running for the Township for Highway Commissioner, which also includes the Village of Westmont. So it's all the unincorporated roads, and so as a potential future Highway Commissioner, I just want to introduce myself to everyone, and potentially if there's any opportunities to work together, or for example, there's certain roads that make sense us paying you to take over, or vice versa, I'd be willing to do such a thing. And so, yeah, I just wanted to introduce myself. I just got a few items here as well. My qualifications, I'm an alderman for City of Darien, and then, yeah.
Appreciate the introduction, but you should not use open forum for campaigning.
just introduce yourself.
Oh, okay, so.
But you did.
Candidate
Well,
for Highway
all right.
Commissioner, so.
And you can leave that out with one of the
Fill 'em
staff out there.
All
Yeah.
right, awesome. Well, that's all I just
Appreciate it.
wanted to say, so I appreciate it.
Well, nice
So-
meeting you. Thank
Yep,
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And at this point, I will close open forum, and I'll turn to the first item I need to do, which we have to give an oath of office to our new clerk. So I'd ask her to come up. Amanda Simsky, would you please come in front? For those of you who have not been paying attention, we had a Simsky here for over 25 years. Her niece and her dad, who I've known forever, because he was mayor here years ago, was trustee when I first started in Westmont, so I got to know the family extremely well. So it's an honor for me to be able to give you the oath of office. So, raise your right hand and repeat after me. State your name.
Amanda Simsky,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the laws of DuPage County,
the laws of the DuPage County,
Westmont Village Code of Ordinances,
the Westmont Village Code of Ordinances,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties for the office of Village Municipal Clerk for Westmont, Illinois.
the duties for the office of Village Municipal Clerk for Westmont, Illinois.
Congratulations.
Congratulations and welcome.
Okay, you ready to work?
Looking to work.
I need you to do a roll call of this new village board.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Mayor Gunter.
I'm here.
All right, Village Clerk Simsky, here. Trustee Barker.
Here.
Trustee Barry.
Here.
Trustee Guzzo.
Here.
Trustee Little.
Here.
Trustee Nero.
Here.
Trustee Scales.
Here. Thank you.
Thank
Well
you.
done. All right,
Thanks.
well, we'll move on to report. I did that right. Okay, my reports first. I do have a couple items that I want to talk about. Tonight, as you saw, we swore in a clerk, a very familiar name in this community. Recently, we swore in two trustees, both on that side over there. The election soon will be on April 1st. At that point, we'll have a new mayor and at least one new trustee. It's a very different administration. This includes the village manager. And I'd ask Manager May, do you have any report tonight to give us?
Well, I do tonight, thank you. You're all familiar, but I am officially announcing my retirement as village manager. It'll be effective June 1st, so it's a little ways away, but not that far away. For well over a year, we've been talking about and planning, this. I always knew it was going to be in 2025, but with all of the, conversations and this change in administration, the village manager's office is, it is indeed an employee position, but it is very directly tied to the mayor, and we know Mayor Gunter is not running next, election, and with that, that's why I knew that 2025 was, a target for me, but when in 2025 is what we figured out. And knowing, we have a ballot with one person on the ballot for that role for, mayor in the room, but as it's important to put the mayor-manager relationship together as soon as possible. So June 1st works out just fine for me, but it's also the best fit for the organization, as well. So I still have, I'm announcing it tonight, but there's still, a few months to go. There's 8 more meetings. My last meeting will be on Thursday, May 28th. It says June 1st. June 1st happens to be a Sunday, so my last day in the office will be 29th if I show up. Yeah. And, or if I'm not, fobbed out. But I'm sure I'll have much more to say then, but it's been nothing but my, greatest honor. I've had a very long career here. You all know, but, for others, the last 10 years as, village manager, and I have to thank you that, I used to say tricked me into doing it, but you were very highly encouraging and, made that all possible. But I'm a civil engineer by, education, and I have a much longer career in public works and village engineer, here in the community and a little bit in another community. But there's a lot of people to thank for that. So, my honor to serve the entire community is, goes back a very long way and in different capacities. So I'm proud of that. I'm already saddened by, by this news. It's exciting, don't get me wrong. It's been a, daydream for a while, but, with that, we'll cover it more then. There's still plenty to do in the next few months, and it's, what makes it all possible and all of that is the phenomenal staff that you all, helped me assemble here and doing it in all the departments as well. So this transition should be, easy and it'll just work well.
Good. Well,
tonight it's just the announcement.
And again, we'll have an opportunity to thank you more, but I want to thank you for all the years you put into this community, 1986
yes.
till now.
And
you mentioned, I talked to you and said, coming from the park, I promote from within, I look for experience, and I think you brought that, and this transition now is going to be the same. From within, we're going to hire the new manager, and for well over a year, I've been planning, no, here, let's go back, because they gave me points to read. At this point, I think everybody...
Wait a minute, who wrote those?
I don't know. You did. Expressing our appreciation for Steve's service all these years. And to go along with what I was saying, at this point, I want to introduce that after a discussion with the village board members and key staff, is my intention to appoint Jim Gunther as our next village manager. He brings a wealth of experience from serving as our police chief for several years, and most recently as our chief public safety officer. The village manager appointment needs official approval from the board, so that will be on the agenda in the near future. And again, congratulations to both Steve, Jim, and Amanda tonight.
Thank you all.
And we'll move on to other reports. I don't know if Clerk Simsky has anything.
I do, Mayor, just something small. The village offices will be closed on February 20th in observance of President's Day.
Thank you. Trustee Barry, you had a big meeting before, police, public safety.
We did. I'll try to highlight, and I will try not to botch these names, but we did, we recapped today at the Police and Public Safety Committee. We recapped the 2024 annual report where, again, this is available to the public, but the police went over just in general that most things are down, which is always good, that crime is down, and we're under budget, which again is always good. There is officer wellness heart scans going on, and they are going to offer that just again to keep the force healthy. And then it was department awards were handed out. 3 of them that were highlighted was Officer Vincent, Detective Durst, and Officer Eisenbees. These 3, again, I won't get into too many of the stories, but took, child endangerment people off the street, took guns off the street, and serial shoplifters off the street. And again, overall making the community safer. And then the most important award of the night went to the Employee of the Year. And this is our records coordinator. And as the police department had highlighted, that she is really the backbone of the department and gives them the ability to do the job that they can do on the street. Natalie Mahalik was the records coordinator 2024 Employee of the Year award recipient. So we congratulate her. Deputy Chiefs Thompson and Gruens had also updated us on the e-bikes and e-scooter public safety situation, and I think there's going to be some pamphlets and more information coming. But this is a growing concern with the e-bikes and e-scooters on the street, and it was very interesting to us all and educational, all the different categories that there's going to be. Also, we recognize for 25 years of service, we recognize Detective Newton and Sergeant Rinaldi. Lastly, sorry, my notes weren't as clear as I need to be. I was a little bit all over, but in the report, one of the things that we highlighted is that the continuing training went on, that the guys and gals did over 2,400 hours of training last year to better serve us. Again, there's more to the report, but I wanted to highlight especially the awards to all the fine officers.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Do you have anything in front of here that
Oh.
you want to raise up?
See, but I didn't take a note on that. But really, and this is great, we have the Special Olympics trophy that was presented last week in Bloomington. And I apologize, my notes, Chief, weren't good. What was our dollar amount on that? Over $57,000 raised for Special Olympics. Highlighted that these are the programs that the public participates in, the golf outing, Cop on Top, so many things that we all see around town and that we participate in, and this is just great. I remember some 14, 15 years ago, the challenge was to get on the t-shirt. Today we are the top on the t-shirt, so great offer to all the guys involved and to all the officers. So good. Now I think I have everything.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll go to Trustee Scales, Community Development Committee Chair.
I have no report as I was absent, but I might yield that to Harold.
I was already
Okay,
convinced you to let him talk.
We just, at the last planning and zoning, we had just done the Down South Incentive Grant Program has been updated for 2025. The program information has been published on the community development section of the website. And then, and I don't know, it's maybe not Larry, but what we have for exciting news is that Restaurant Week is coming up. The Westmont Chamber has announced its 9th annual Restaurant Week, which is February 20th to March 2nd. Visit westmontchamber.com for more info. I cannot believe that that's the 9th year of that already, Larry. It seems like that's somewhat of a new program, but I know that the community looks forward to it every year, and the restaurant owners, I know, are really excited about this time of the year always. And if I'm missing anything, Larry, we got it? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to do Marie's too? No, trustee Cruz on fire public safety.
Trustee Scales will get where his, we'll get him set up on his
All right,
notes.
I got it.
I took his
All
notes.
right, I know.
so-
That's good, good report.
Thank you, Mayor. All right, our Fire Public Safety Committee meetings, our next 2025 meeting is March 6th, 4:30 here at Village Hall. Everyone is invited to attend. In addition to March 6th, we have May 1st, August 7th, and November 6th. Citizens Fire Academy, there are still a few spots available for the Citizens Fire Academy, which is scheduled from April 1st to the 29th. Please check it out on the village's website if you are interested in signing up. And Mayor, that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Trustee Barker, Environmental Improvement Committee and Westmont first.
Thank you, Mayor. The Environmental Improvement Committee met this past Monday at the Westmont Library. We had a guest speaker. We had Michael Flood from Flood Brothers there, and he gave a presentation about the program and how it was implementing that into the community. And then the committee members there are all residents, and they were able to ask questions. And it was interesting that all of them had an issue with the implementation, but small, and every one of them, to a letter, was handled wonderfully, and unanimously, they were very pleased with the quality of service from Flood Brothers. So that was nice to see, and it was an informative session. And then we spent some time talking about the difficulties with recycling that we all face. We have another guest speaker scheduled for the March 3rd meeting, and that is on the topic of pesticides. And then there will be an additional announcement coming to launch the No-Mow program that we do in the springtime. And there's going to be an enhancement to that program where it's going to transition into something called Protect Our Pollinators. And it's a bigger effort to make sure that we're doing the right things by all the pollinators that we need, you know, besides the monarch butterflies, right? And the EIC hopes to present their annual report to the board at the Admin Finance Committee on April 3rd. And then lastly, with some staff help, we were able to engage the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus. I think it's the third Tuesday, February 18th, and Krista from the EIC is going to do a presentation via Zoom at the caucus on dark skies, and what the area is interested in is the dark sky grant program that we have here in Westmont, and hopefully that catches on across the area, and we do a better job of lighting.
Good.
So we're proud of that achievement. That's all, Mayor. Thank you.
Very good. Mayor Marquez is our rep on that for DMMC, so I'm sure he'll have a report back. Trustee Little, Administration and Finance.
Thank you, Mayor. Our next Administration Finance Committee meeting will be in 2 weeks from tonight, February the 20th at 4:30, right here in Village Hall. And the Beer Fest, the Winter Beer Fest is scheduled for February the 15th. Sign up is via the Park District website, westmontparks.org. And then last thing I have is Westmont Special Events is always looking for volunteers. Consider joining this dedicated and fun-loving group for the Taste of Westmont and/or all cruise nights. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And then we got Trustee Nero, Public Works Committee.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple items. Our next Public Works Committee meeting is March 20th. And then just an update, we are doing the tree seedling giveaway. Information regarding the annual tree seeding giveaway is coordinated by the Public Works and EIC. It has been published on the village website. You can sign up right on there and select what you want. And then you pick them up on Arbor Day, which is April 27th at the library from 1 to 5 p.m. And last but not least, we've selected our Public Works open house is May 17th. So watch for more details to come on that on our March 20th Public Works Committee meeting. And that is all I have, sir. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And we'll move on to items removed from the consent agenda. Is any board member? If not, I'd ask Manager May to please read.
Thank you. Consent agenda this evening starts with Village Board minutes. Board to consider approving the minutes of the Village Board meeting held January 23rd, 2025. It's followed by Finance Ordinance Number 3, at $1,455,082.16. There are 5 purchase orders. First one is Curie Motors, $67,130. This represents 2 Ford Super Crew trucks that will be replacements in the Public Works Department, Water Division. Next purchase order is Foster Coach Sales, $419,522, which is a new ambulance, but the thing here is that we're ordering it now, but it takes so long to build that this is a 2027 delivery and payment, but you're approving the purchase order today. Imperial Service Systems, $47,844. This is an open purchase order for the entire year for custodial services, both in Public Works and in the Village Hall. Lithoprint, $41,800. Village Newsletter Publishing for 2025. This also is an open purchase order. This is the aggregate amount for a year, and like the last one, you make monthly payments off that amount. 5th purchase order, Midwest 911. $53,662. This is parts and labor to upfit squads, the Ford Explorers, 3 different units. $44,662 is being used immediately and is already reflected in the finance ordinance aggregate for the total vendor payments. So this is a simultaneous payment. All of those purchase orders were budgeted. The total of the purchase orders, together with finance ordinance number 3, is $2,087,770.16. We have community events, Westmont, 2025 Westmont Spring Fling Festival. Board to consider an ordinance approving the following requests for the 2025 Westmont Spring Fling Festival hosted by the Westmont Lions Foundation from May 23rd through May 25th. First is a community events permit, liquor license fee waiver, amusement fee waiver, live amplified sound permit, tent permit fee waiver, and temporary banner permit waiver for both the locations and the fees that apply to them. Next is a hotel motel grant request for Lions Club for the 2025 Spring Fling. Board to consider. It's written as an ordinance in the description, but it's actually only a motion is needed. Or to consider a motion awarding a hotel motel $2,500 tax grant to the Westmont Lions Club for the same Spring Fling event. Last on the consent agenda is the December 2024 monthly treasurer's report. This is a new feature on the consent agenda, and it will be done monthly moving forward. Board to consider a motion to accept the monthly financial report submitted for the month of December. That's the consent agenda this evening.
Do I have a motion to approve as read?
Motion to approve is read. Little?
Second, Nero.
Motion made and second. Any comments? Again, my one comment would be that it's on the consent agenda because these are exactly what we approved in previous years, so there's nothing new, or else it would have been on the agenda. As soon as we vote, I'm going to ask the reps from the Lions Club to come up. So seeing no other questions, roll call, please.
Trustee Little,
Yes.
Trustee Nero,
Yes.
Trustee Scales,
Yes.
Trustee Barker,
Yes.
Trustee Barry,
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Motion passes. And because Spring Fling was on here, we have the Lion President, Mr. Plowman, and his sidekick, Dan. You guys want to come to the podium and give us a little, I know we're several months away, but it doesn't hurt to start publicizing now.
104 days.
Oh, okay, it's 104 days.
It's our 18th year. This is my 4th year in front of you guys as always. Looking forward to another great year. I think we bring tons of fun to the community. Lots of great music, great food, great entertainment still falls in there. But carnival, you know what I mean? It's all about bringing the community together. That's what this is about. And because this event continues on and it continues to grow, I mean, just looking at the numbers over the last 3 years, we've now surpassed an additional 15,000 people just watching over the carnival revenue. So it's just, it grows and grows. And this is what gives us the ability. I know people watch the Westmont pages and some of the other announcements we make to give back to this community. One of the awards we just met with Mayor Ron, Salt Creek Ballet, the jackets for PRC, some of the schools, So all of this is what allows us to do and give back to this community. They give to us and we give right back. So I think here's to 2025 and ready to have some fun here in Memorial Day weekend as always. I'll turn it over to the president. Bill.
No, thank you, thank you. Always need volunteers, I'm putting that out there, always need sponsors. I know we have some ladies that are canvassing the area looking for sponsorship for different businesses, but if you can give, we'd appreciate it. But I'd also like to thank Dan. Dan's been heading this for many years, and it seems to always work like clockwork. So we got an incredible team, so we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a couple of different things in the works, and we're always trying to look for new ways of shaking things up and making it new and refreshing. So, thank you.
One of our big special events, thank you. All run by
Thank you.
volunteers.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. We'll move on to new business, a engineering service agreement, 2025 MFT resurfacing project. Board to consider ordinance approving an engineering agreement with Primera Engineers LTD for Phase 2 design engineering for the 2025 MFT resurfacing project. Director Reese.
This is to approve the sum of $27,220 for design engineering. This will include preparation of the contract documents, cost estimates, and bidding assistance, and this project will be constructed in the summer of 2025.
Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve Barker.
Second Little?
Motion made and second. Any question? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Barker,
Yes.
Trustee Little,
Yes.
Trustee Barry,
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Trustee Nero.
Yes.
Trustee Scales.
Yes.
Motion passes. Move on to new business B, resolution for improvement under the Illinois Highway Code. Board to consider approval of an Illinois Department of Transportation resolution for the village's 2025 MFT resurfacing project. Director Reese.
The Illinois Highway Code requires the village board to pass a resolution for the expenditure of motor fuel tax money, and so we are requesting to appropriate the sum of $1,860,000 for the 2025 MFT resurfacing project.
Do you have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve Little?
Second, Nero.
Motion been made and second to approve. Any comments, questions? Roll call.
Trustee Little,
Yes.
Trustee Nero.
Yes.
Trustee Scales.
Yes.
Trustee Barker,
Yes.
Trustee Barry,
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving on to new business C, surplus items. Public Works Department. Board to consider ordinance to declare outdated, unused items from the Public Works Department as surplus. Director Reese.
This is a number of outdated, unused, or broken items from the old water department building. That building is, the office part of that building is mostly empty. There's some miscellaneous storage in there, but we're trying to get rid of some of the broken and outdated items.
Have a motion to,
Motion to approve Guzzo.
Second, Barry.
motion made, say, any additional, this is just a normal thing we always have to do. Roll call, please.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Trustee Barry.
Yes.
Trustee Barker,
Yes.
Trustee Scales.
Yes.
Trustee Nero.
Yes.
Trustee
Oh,
Little.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead. Motion passes. You can just stay there. Because Steve says you're going to do the next one. No. All right.
Am I doing the next one, too?
No, he's not. Surplus.
Oh.
Get the whole
See,
meeting.
surplus
Well, I got
items.
so excited about the spring cleaning they were doing in the Public Works that we went through the Village Hall here and did the same thing. So that we had been storing furniture parts that have never been able to been assembled or built into anything usable. So when the dumpster became, actually, they came here and got all the stuff and took it back to their work. So it's the same work, different buildings.
Surplus items from here. Village Hall, Board to consider an ordinance to declare outdated or unused items from the administrative department as surplus. Manager May just explained it. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve Barker.
Second Little?
Motion been made second. Roll call.
Trustee Barker,
Yes.
Trustee Little,
Yes.
Trustee Barry,
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Trustee Nero.
Yes.
Trustee Scales.
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving on to new business E, IGA for fleet services for Oak Brook. Board to consider ordinance approving an intergovernmental agreement with the Village of Oak Brook for the Westmont Fleet Division to offer fleet maintenance services.
I'll do that. Well, I'll do that because you'll all remember when the Public Works facility was built, we purposely put a good investment in the fleet maintenance, not only for our own fleet, because previously we couldn't even pick up vehicles like the size of fire trucks and things like that. But since we're so well equipped, we're working on intergovernmental agreements with neighboring communities to help, share this resource. I thought it would be further along than it is today. It's 99% ready, but we're not ready to approve it, but it was already published on the agenda, so I would request a motion to postpone, and in fact defer it to the Public Works Committee that would meet next on March 20th.
Do you have a motion to postpone?
Motion Scales.
Second, Barry.
Motion made and seconded to postpone. Roll call.
Trustee Scales?
Yes.
Trustee Barry?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Motion passes. Does anybody have any miscellaneous items? If not, I am going to ask for an executive session. The board may adjourn in closed session, discuss matters so permitted, and may act, which we will not after we end. And tonight, we're asking for a motion to adjourn to executive session for the potential purchase of real property by the village for public use pursuant to Section 2C5 of the Open Meetings Act, and to discuss pending litigation matters against the village involving Tomax Tree Service, IRMA, and the Hayden Estate pursuant to Section 2C11 of the Open Meetings Act. Have a motion to that effect to go into executive session?
Motion to adjourn for the said reasons, Nero?
Second Little?
Motion been made and second. Adjourn executive session, roll call.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Barry?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Scales?
Yes.
We will be adjourning to executive session. When we come out, there will not be any further village business, and we'll adjourn. So thank you.